Kevin.
I'm Xiofan. And we're doing the company Wells Fargo. We're going to go over the background and history of the company, the issues that the company has faced related to HR, their consequences, the solutions that were implemented, and then we'll just wrap it up at the end. So the history of Wells Fargo is Henry Wells and William Fargo were in California during the gold rush that happened in the 1840s. They founded Wells Fargo & Co. in 1852 in San Francisco to serve the West by offering banking, which was buying gold and selling paper bank drafts, as well as express delivery of the gold or anything else of valuable. Their logo is the stagecoach because Wells Fargo became the largest owned operating stagecoach empire in the world. As of 2018, there's 258.7 thousand customers, and they're part of the 4 big banks in the U.S., along with JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, and Bank of America.
All right, so some of the issues that the company faced was that the managers and supervisors were creating a very unethical work environment, along with a work environment that was very stressful for their employees, causing a lot of issues. They would create these goals for the employees to get, where they had to create 8 accounts per day, which typically they would see about 2 or 3, and when they were trying to stretch their numbers by that extent, they came into a fraudulent way to create new accounts that way they'd be able to reach their goals. When their cross-selling strategies wouldn't work, they would try to then get customers to take on more accounts that they couldn't afford, and they chose that they couldn't do that. The employees would create fake accounts based upon their information, and once the managers saw that they were taking advantage of that, being able to get more accounts, which would mean more money for the company, they would start creating fake accounts with fake names and setting up digital accounts that people would never see until they get like a debit card or credit card in the mail when people wouldn't sign up for it. This started in 2011, was publicly discovered in 2016, and because of this, employees felt very stressed, burnt out, and along with everything else they had to do in their workplace, their work environment was not very healthy, and customers would be calling in sick, or employees would be calling in sick every week, every day, because they didn't feel like they should be doing what they were doing.
So for the consequences of the issue that Wells Fargo faced, so Wells Fargo was ordered to pay $185 million fine for creating deposit and credit card accounts without customer knowledge, and about 5,300 employees were fired, and more than $75 million executive compensation were withdrawn. As a customer loyalty declines, bank will lose a large number of customers, and further profit margin will be greatly reduced. So the solution, if each event is improperly deposed, it may bring huge losses to the bank and even induce a systematic financial crisis, and pre-categorize the type of the risk that may suddenly erupt, and configure different disposal plans and responsible persons. Establish a good relationship with the mainstream media after the crisis. It will be able to reach the influential mainstream media and play a correct guiding role in the development of the situation. So to establish a good official communication channel, pay attention to maintain a close reporting channel with government and the regulatory authorities. Once the crisis occurs, the real information can be transmitted upward in the first time to prevent financial risks.
So in conclusion, the unhealthy and unethical work environment that was created by the employees was a terrible mistake that HR should have taken control of back when it first started, instead of letting this go on for 5 years. They faced multi-million-dollar fines. They paid over $185 million both for the customers and also for federal reasons. And because of this, many branches, up to 400 branches, closed, and they had to reevaluate their HR practices in order to regain their customers' trust.
Cool. Should we just make sure you can hear it?
Yeah.